Hi and welcome to today's reading. Today we have 3 piles and we're asking, what is your intuition trying to tell you? What messages is your intuition trying to give you? And hopefully today some messages that will help guide you will come out. That is always my intention with these readings. Obviously listen as you can to your intuition and take the messages that you feel resonate for you and disregard any that you feel do not. So please now pick your groups. We have pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Welcome, pile 1, to your reading today. You have chosen this beautiful egg. It's a very sandy color and a lot of interesting textures and markings on it. And today we're asking, what is your intuition trying to tell you? What messages are trying to come forth from your intuition that the universe and your spirit guides are trying to get you to listen to? So obviously this is a reading that is a general reading, so just take what resonates and disregard anything that you feel does not. And one piece of advice when it comes to listening to your intuition is always to try to quieten your mind. And that is the best way to get in touch with what your intuition, what your inner knowing is trying to tell you. So let's get into your reading. I'm going to put the egg over here. And I have one card that I've pre-shuffled, and the other cards today I will be shuffling on camera. So hopefully we'll get some really interesting messages and some guidance for you today. So the first card that's come out is, it says, Full Moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. So your intuition is trying to tell you to calm down, to calm any of those worries that you've been feeling, any of that stress, because your guides and the universe have been guiding you to the message that whatever stresses you've been going through, whatever worries you've been going through, this cycle is coming to an end. You may even be a Capricorn or know someone that is a Capricorn, someone close to you, someone who you really connected with, and that may be important for you. It could also be telling us that during the months of January is more or less when this tough cycle is absolutely going to be at an end for you. But just take that how it resonates. I really like how both the planets on here, the moon, as well as this crystal that you've chosen are exactly the same color. They are both this beautiful sandy sort of beige tone, and I think that is just a really interesting synchronicity that's come forth. So your intuition is trying to give you the guidance that the end of a tough cycle is approaching. There's no need to worry anymore. You can put aside those worries and definitely look forward to that time in the near future when this tough cycle is going to end. Because I know sometimes it can feel like stresses and worries kind of come one after the other and they pile up, and it is quite frustrating and it's hard to know, but listen, really just quieten your mind, because there's a big message that your guides are giving you here. We're going to then get one of these cards. So for my pile 1 viewers, what is their intuition trying to tell them? What is their intuition trying to tell them? What is their intuition trying to tell them? What else does my pile one viewer need to hear? What else does my pile one viewer need to hear? What else does my pile one viewer need to hear? Okay, so we have the card here. Alright, this is really beautiful for you. We have the card of Lord Shiva, and the message with this card is transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. So this card coming out, and in relation to the end of a tough cycle, the universe, your spirit guides, your intuition has been giving you some steps. There's been some steps that have been either shown to you through synchronicities during your daily life, through your dreams possibly, and also with the moon coming up. Now there's a full moon at the time of this reading in the next couple of days, so possibly at the time of the full moon or the crescent moon, there will be some information that comes to you that shows you some steps to move forward, to move out of this tough situation that you currently feel like you are in. We also here on this card have a picture of a snake, and the snake is really about shedding all of those old layers, shedding that old skin, that old way of thinking, and transcending to a new way of looking at your life, to rising up and honoring that your intuition really has the road forward, but it's about tuning into that message. And tuning into that message is going to be through quieting your mind and really getting in touch with what information is already within you, because we really do have a lot of guidance. Our whole path of our life is laid forth inside us, but it can be hard to listen to what those messages are. So honor your feelings, honor your emotions, and that is going to help guide you out of this situation. We also, in this card, what's really drawn to me is, once again, the colors in this card are really lots of browns, lots of earthy sort of tones, which relates to your crystal that you chose. So I definitely think a lot of time in nature, a lot of connecting to the earth will also really help you on kind of getting in touch with what your intuition is trying to tell you, the guidance it's trying to give you. And I also on this card see the third eye of Lord Shiva is very obvious on this card. And I think that any time that you spend meditating and quieting your mind is when your third eye is really going to start to open, and that's going to start to show you those messages and how to listen to your intuition and what the universe is trying to tell you. So definitely meditation, spending time meditating will really help. You might also be someone like me who wears a lot of crystals, maybe as bracelets. Lord Shiva here has a lot of his own crystals and bracelets and necklaces that he wears, so that might be something that's relevant to you as well. Okay. Alright, then let's have after that message an animal spirit card to get some more guidance for you. What advice is there for my pile 1 viewers? Advice for my pile 1 viewers. Advice for my pile 1 viewers. Advice for my pile 1 viewers. What advice is there for my pile 1 viewers? Advice for my pile 1 viewers. Okay, so we have here the elephant spirit has come out for you. The elephant spirit says, learn from the past. Learn from the past. Elephants are an extremely, extremely wise animal. They are very nurturing to their young. They take care of each other. They generally tend to live in a group, and as I've seen from elephants in the wild, they really do, they move around together, they look after each other, they look after themselves, and just very, very nurturing. So I think looking back at any situations that have happened in your past, the time is now. Your intuition is really trying to tell you that it is time to let all of that go. Let the past go, let what happened in the past go. But know that you've always along, like this point where you are right now, is that you have learned so much from your past. You've carried all of those lessons with you now, and if you are able to quieten your mind, you will be able to get in touch with what those lessons are. Your intuition will be able to show you what you really have learned and how to then use those steps moving forward, so that you can get out of this tough cycle, so that you can rise up and really learn to work and work with the universe, because the universe is here to support us along this journey. And just like the elephant mother sort of guides and nurtures its own young and its family, that is what the universe and your spirit guides and everything that is happening around you, your intuition even, is trying to nurture and guide you to really find that side of yourself that is calm, find that loving nature that you would like to live with, to let go of any hurt and pain that is no longer necessary to concentrate on in your life. The elephant is also an extremely, extremely strong, bold, and very powerful animal. It's able to, anything that stands in its way, it's able to move through those barriers. I have seen elephants in nature literally taking like a tree that is in front of them and just pushing it past if it's something that is in their path and that they want to move over an obstacle in their path. They are able to just move through it. So the elephant coming out for you is telling me that you are a very strong individual. You are able to move through any of these tough cycles that you've been going through. Okay, let's get another tarot card for you with some more information about what your intuition is trying to tell you. What is my pile 1 viewer's intuition trying to tell them? What advice can you give them? Advice to my pile 1. What is the intuition trying to tell them? Okay, well, alright, we got the 10 of air. And then I think I will not take those cards. Oh my goodness. You won't believe this. Pile 1. Look what we got here. We got the 10 of air, which is the 10 of swords. The 10 of swords is all about the end of a tough cycle. It says here, even on the card, the end of a difficult situation. It also gives the advice of embrace the change and expect things to get better now. And it does also say on this card, recovering from an addiction. So I don't know if this message will be for everyone, but possibly for some of you. any sort of difficulty that you've been going through, that is going to be, you're going to find the strength to recover and to embrace the changes that are necessary to move on to a new and more enlightened and more loving and peaceful stage of your life. This card is so beautiful with all these unicorns. Normally the Ten of Swords is quite a, in the regular tarot, it's quite a hard card to look at because it's a man with a whole bunch of swords in his back. But this card here, the picture that's on this card, there's so much light, and there's such a big group of unicorns here that are all together, a huge community, and they're all sort of working their way through this greenery. They're embracing the light. The light is enveloping all of these unicorns in some way. So I think that's also an important message for you, is to choose to make that change, to choose to focus on the light and the positive aspects in your life, because these things are always there in our lives. Even if our life feels like it can be quite difficult and quite challenging, even the smallest little moments in the day, there is always something to find that is positive. It's just about changing the way that we look at different situations. So perspective is really everything. And there's so much nature on this card. So once again, another message about getting into nature that will really help you get in tune with your intuition. But really the big message for you here is that this tough cycle is going to be ending. And I think that's something that hopefully this reading is going to really drive home for you, that there's a lot of hope and beauty and love and inspiration, and there's also community with both the elephant coming out as well as this huge group of unicorns together. Know that there are other people that have been going through the same situation as you. You're never alone in what you're going through. Not only do you have humans around you that you can connect with, your soul tribe, they are out there, they're looking to meet you as well. But not only that, it's like you also have all of your spirit guides, you have your ancestors, your angels, and they are around you all the time, through any situation that you're going through. You are never alone. And I think that is something that your intuition, you know that within you. You know that you are never alone and that there's so much light around you, but it's really about connecting with it, connecting with that idea that light exists all around you, and knowing that you are safe on your path, you're protected and guided. Okay, I'm going to get now one of these cards, which will give us some more encouragement and messages. What else does my pile one need to know? Advice for my pile one. What else does my pile one need to know? What else will help guide my pile one viewers? Okay. Oh, all right. This is beautiful. Really. Wow. Okay. And this really connects with another message that's come out. So you have this beautiful card, and the word on it is awakening. So that is what you are going through, is you are awakening to the beautiful lights, to the happiness, the positivity, the love, the idea that the universe is supporting you on this journey. You're awakening to all of that amazing next stage of your life, and your intuition is really trying to tell you that living in this moment right now, letting go of the past, as we saw with this card, it said learn from the past. You've learned all the lessons that you need to learn, and you can let the past go. You can let the difficulties and heaviness from the past go by living in this current present moment right now. we only really have today. Today and this exact moment in time is the only thing that we can really focus on, and know that this exact moment you're alive in this beautiful world, and that's something to really celebrate. That's something to really celebrate, and to appreciate that this moment right now. Just take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out, and just notice how you start to feel just really present. One key thing that has really helped me in kind of getting in touch with the very present moment right now is if I feel like I'm worrying too much about the future or too much about the past, what I do is I just look in that exact moment what is around me. So for example, right now I see the orange of the flame of the candle, and I focus on the color orange. I see yellow over there, I see purple over here, and just really focusing on those different colors brings me back to this exact moment right now, where I'm present and I'm alive, I'm okay, everything is good. So it is one technique for kind of really getting in touch with that present moment, and one way to really let go of any worries that you might have. You also have some animals on this card, so you might be seeing a lot of swans lately. Swans are a beautiful, graceful animal, very like, honestly, when I see swans, I always think of like two swans kind of together, and just like this love that exists there, and just how peaceful they always look when they're gliding along on the water. So I think that message there can be, if you do see swans on your path, just another reminder to live in this present moment, that you're awakening to the beauty that is all around you. There's also a rabbit here. A rabbit is all about fertility. It's about fast movement. So you might see a lot of rabbits. This card also reminds me a lot of springtime. So we're actually in the northern hemisphere. We're in springtime right now. So that could be relevant to you, that now in the springtime is the time when you are awakening. This end of this tough cycle is approaching, and there's the sun in this card. So we have the sun here, we have the moon here. So anything that you feel like you don't know, because normally the moon is about things that we can't see or don't know, always look to the sun. The sun sheds a lot of light on the world. It sheds a lot of light into our lives, and definitely focus on that light that the sun gives. Even just like a few little seconds, you can't look at the sun for too long, but a few little seconds of looking at the sun will really help just sort of fill up your body with a warmth and a love that is really existing all around you. I would like now to, with just deck from this deck, this is a handmade deck that will give us some other messages. So the first one that's just straight away popped up, it says inspire. So with this coming out, I get the feeling that through sharing your journey with other people, sharing your vulnerabilities, the hardships, your story with others, is that you're going to really be able to inspire a lot of people on your path. You have the power within you to provide a lot of inspiration for others, and to help others know that even though the journey can be quite difficult, there is always an end to any difficulties, and there's the ability within ourselves to always choose to focus on our gratitude, to focus on the light that is all around. And that will really inspire people. If you are able to connect with your own light, that is going to shine out to so many other people in the world, and it's going to really inspire people on their journey. So we'll see if anything else wants to come out. Okay, we've got 3 more things here. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is amazing. The Wheel of Fortune coming out for you is a beautiful sign that a lot of good luck is on your way. The wheel is turning in your favor. All of the tough cycle that you've been going through is definitely coming to an end. This is a really, really good sign for you with the Wheel of Fortune coming out. You also have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant speaks about being in touch with your spirituality. We have this Awakening card coming out. It can also talk about commitments. It can talk about religion. There's a lot of different aspects to the Hierophant. But in terms of this reading and what your intuition is trying to guide you is to really get in touch with that spiritual side of yourself. And it might be a good idea with the Hierophant. There is always a lot of knowledge in the Hierophant, and it could be a good idea if you feel like you don't really know much about spirituality right now, to know anything about awakening or what that means to awaken. It could be a good idea to really tap into some knowledge about it by reading some books, by watching things that you feel they may help guide you. But obviously use your intuition when it comes to choosing what you watch. Really try to listen to your inner guidance on whether that advice is for you. Like when you watch these readings, it's really important to listen to your inner knowing. And I think you are at that point where like you're awakening to what your intuition is telling you and what you are. I think you're really going to be able to really listen to your intuition from this sort of point on, because you have your path is within you. We also have here this card of adventure. So this tells me that there's a lot of really exciting adventures coming up for you, something to look forward to. I even see with the elephant, it is making me think of Africa. Maybe you're going to be traveling and going somewhere really cool, somewhere that you've never been before. Could also be India with Lord Shiva coming out. We have this beautiful forest. You might be traveling and seeing a lot of interesting nature, going to national parks that are around, maybe even some farmlands. That is the idea I get from this card. So I think a lot of really exciting adventures are on the path for you, and that's going to be another really exciting thing to look forward to. Okay, then let's get to end off your reading. We're going to get one of these cards. So what else can we tell? What advice is there for my Pile 1 viewer? Advice for my Pile 1 viewer on their journey. Advice for my Pile 1 viewer. Advice for my Pile 1 viewer. Advice for my Pile 1 viewer. Okay, alright, I'm going to take that one that popped out there. Okay, this is beautiful. Your dreams need you to make them real. And we have a beautiful star on this card. So this card coming out tells me that you have the power within you. Your intuition is telling you that you are a powerful, powerful being, and you have the ability to make all of your dreams come true, to choose to live a life that you feel excited to wake up to every day, to be the star in your own story, in your own journey. And the star card is always about hopes and dreams in tarot. So with the star coming out here, it's definitely a positive message for you that you have that power to make your dreams real. We also, and here's some more confirmation. This card actually says your dreams are already coming true. So that is a beautiful, beautiful message for you. I think that your intuition is really telling you that you're on the right path. You are following your inner guidance. All of your difficulties are coming to an end. You're going to be a big inspiration to others. There's so many awesome adventures on your path and on your journey, and you've learned all the lessons that you need to learn in order to move forward and live a really amazing life, because you deserve to, pile one. And really hope this reading was helpful to you today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Today we are asking, what is your intuition trying to tell you? What messages is your intuition trying to give you? What guidance in your life is your intuition trying to give you? You've chosen this really, really beautiful stone. It's filled with very rich reds, browns, all sorts of different colors and patterns within it. So let's put that over there. This is a general reading, so just take what resonates. Really, really try to listen to your inner voice, and if the messages that come forward, if you feel, that's always what your intuition is how it feels. So if it feels like it's the right message for you, then please do take it. Hopefully it resonates, and anything that doesn't resonate, obviously disregard that. So how this reading is going to work is I've drawn one card for you, and then the rest of the cards I'm going to be shuffling on camera today. So let's see first of all what card came out for you. What is your intuition been trying to tell you? Okay, so we have the third quarter moon card here, and this card says adjustments are required. So the message that I get here is that your intuition and the feelings that you've been having have been trying to tell you that there are some changes that do need to be made in your life. We'll try to get some more information about what those changes are, but adjustments are necessary in order to get from where you are now to where you want to be in your future, to reaching those goals that you have for yourself. There's a couple of things that do need to shift, and I have a feeling that you have already been sensing this. You probably have been having some sort of sense of unease about sort of what direction to go in, what next steps to take, and hopefully this reading will give you some advice on what those adjustments are. But I do see here on this card a lot of stars in the sky here. So with the stars coming out, I think that there is a lot of hope, a lot of optimism out there. The universe is really trying to guide you into taking the steps that are best suited for you, and getting you to listen to that inner voice and what is already inside you, because your path and everything that you need to do and to know on your journey is within you, but it is sometimes hard to know and to listen to exactly what those messages are. So with this card, I'm also getting the advice that it could be a good idea for you on a night when it is clear, when there's no clouds in the sky, is to go outside, sit somewhere on a bench, or even possibly sit on the ground if it's not too cold, with your legs crossed and sort of in the mode of, meditating. But instead of closing your eyes, gaze up and look at the stars that are shining in the sky, at all the constellations that are there, because these stars are all there shining down on us. And kind of when we look at the stars and when we see stars in the skies, I think of it as always being a reminder that there is so much possibility out there. There is so much hope and so much optimism in every situation. So even if you feel like you're not 100% sure on the direction to go forward, whatever step you do take, there's always going to be something in that step that you're either going to learn from that step, and then be able to redirect yourself. Like, so no matter what path you take, or whether you feel like uneasy about what changes to make, any step that you take is going to be worthwhile to you in some way. It might not be the step that's going to get you to exactly where you want to go, but regardless, you're always going to learn something useful. You're always going to gain some knowledge, some wisdom from any step that you do take forward, any path that you do take forward. So yeah, definitely I get that advice of having a very quiet moment, looking at the stars in the sky. It might just help center you and get you in touch with like listening to like what that voice is, what that message is inside you that wants to come out. Oh, and actually this moon that we have here is right now, when I'm making this reading, is kind of how the moon has been looking lately. So right now in this present day, if you have a chance to really go outside and do this, it might very much be beneficial to you. Okay, so now let's get we'll start, I think, first with one of these cards that will give us some guidance for you. For my Pile 2 viewers, what adjustments are required? What is their intuition trying to tell them? What advice is there? Pile 2. Okay, alright, that is beautiful. Wow, okay. We have here the card of downloads and understanding with Lady Venus coming out here. And this card says, truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So this really brings me once again to that connection to the sky and to astrology. And if you have access to a telescope or have the ability to go to a planetarium, that also might be useful for you. There might be some interesting little insights and downloads that you get when you are looking at the sky and looking at the stars. And yeah, this card is really connected to well, it says the astral realm. So definitely think there's a lot of information that is coming to you, but it is about kind of trying to sift through that information and listen to the messages that are really meant to guide you in the right direction. So yeah, the universe is providing you with information constantly, but it does want to give you the message of trying to get you to really understand that information so that you can make the changes that are going to really benefit you. Okay, so let's see what else we can get. What other information I will get? I think this card, this tarot card. What advice is there for my Pile 2 viewer? Advice for my Pile 2 viewer. Advice for my Pile 2 viewer. Advice. What truth is being revealed to them? What adjustments do they need to pay attention to? Advice for my Pile 2 viewer. Okay, alright, so we have, okay, alright, we have here the King of Water, which is the King of Cups that came out for you, and this card says trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. So these are qualities that I really think that you do have. You are a trustworthy person. You are very compassionate. you care about others. And because you care about others and you show that to them, you are also very well respected in your life. And cultured means that you are someone who you believe in the traditions of your culture, you integrate those within your life. And this could also be advice that if you do have a long line of tradition and culture and practices from your ancestors or in your ancestry, is to pay attention to those right now. Those practices might really help guide you and give you some steps to help you move forward. The King of Cups is also someone who is really in control of their emotions. They are an emotional being. There's so much water on this card. They are an emotional being, but they are very much in control of that emotion. So if this is advice for you, it could be that right now we have a full moon coming up. At the time of a full moon, it can be a time when a lot of emotions come up, emotions that maybe you feel sway you a little bit on your path. But this card is kind of giving the advice for you that if an adjustment is needed here, it's that you have this ability to control those emotions. You have this ability to get in touch with those emotions and then to use those emotions to move forward on your path. The advice that is on this card, it says, open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. So the more that you open up with others on your journey, because you are a really respected, like people respect your opinion, they respect what you have to say. So the more that you open up with people, the more that you show that really compassionate side and that quality of yourself, and show how you are able to be in touch with your emotions but not let those emotions dominate you. This is going to help a lot of people around you, and it's also going to help through you giving advice to other people. It's also going to come back to you, and you're going to learn a lot of things as well about yourself through giving that advice, and also through listening to the advice that other people have to give you, because there's a lot of meaningful and heartfelt advice that is coming to you from others, from the universe, from synchronicities in your life, from little downloads and understandings, dreams that you're having, that are all trying to give you this advice that is going to help you on this path. It also has the advice of charity work here, so it could be a really good idea right now, if you're able to, is to spend some time helping others. Maybe you are already someone who does that, and that's beautiful, that's amazing. Keep doing that. It is so wonderful to be able to help others, to give of yourself in whatever way you can. And that doesn't mean that you have to give all of yourself or everything you have. It just means that even just spending time having a little chat to somebody on the street who looks like they're having a hard day, like that could be a really beautiful moment of compassion, that you might even be able to like get some understanding or some download from even just a little moment like that. And if not anything else, it will really help bring a smile to your face. It will help bring a smile to this other person's face. And I think that's something beautiful, a beautiful quality that you have that you can share with the world. Because you are the King of Cups. You're in control of your emotions. And you can teach others how to also work with their emotions in a really positive way. Alright, then let's get one of these cards for advice. Let's just give it a quick shuffle. What is my pile to viewers' intuition trying to tell them? What is my pile to viewers' intuition trying to tell them? Okay, so we have a card come up pretty quickly. Okay, this is beautiful. We have the card of Ignite. So there's a lot of fire here within you, and the message here is to release your potential. You have so much potential in this life to create all the changes that you want to create in your own life, to create changes in the world and in others' lives. And it's just about really getting in touch with the fact that you can do this. So if your intuition is really trying to tell you anything, it's really that any change that is needed is just that you need to realize that you are able to create change in this world. You are a being of change, and the possibility of change is within you, and you can ignite that flame within yourself, and you can ignite that flame within others. This card makes me think of winter. So winter might be a time period like the coming winter. I know in the southern hemisphere they're going into winter now, so this could be now in the southern hemisphere, or the coming winter in the northern hemisphere. Could be a time of importance for you, a time when your intuition is probably going to be at its peak, and you are going to start making these small changes that are necessary on your journey, but the changes that are going to get you where you want to be. We also hear, even though these are probably dried out because it's winter, this made me think of when I saw these seeds at the top here. It's like the idea of planting little seeds within your life. Like any small changes that you can make now, any small little actions that you take now are going to plant a lot of seeds for beautiful things to grow in the future. So any small changes you can make now are going to be really relevant later on. They're going to bloom and flourish and create that amazing garden that is wanting to grow in your life. Okay, let's get one of these cards and see what else we can get for you. What advice is there for my Pile 2 viewers? Advice for my Pile 2 viewer. What is their intuition trying to tell them? Okay, that's so beautiful. You've got the whale spirit, and the whale spirit is telling you to trust in the great mystery. So even though you might want to know every little possible thing that is going to unfold in your future, this card is telling you, and your intuition is telling you, that trust that everything is working out for you how it needs to, even if there are some small little adjustments that are required. Everything that is happening is guiding you on your path, on your journey. You're learning a lot on the way. And the whale is a creature that is so intelligent, so intelligent. They're able to dive to the depths of the ocean. So I think that within you is this deep well of wisdom, of love, of just amazing like life, that trust that everything is going to work out all right for you. Trust that even if you don't have all the answers, they are coming to you. You're receiving them step by step. The universe is giving you these downloads little by little as you need to hear them. Because sometimes, like, that is the beauty of like not knowing everything. Is like, it's kind of nice to be surprised sometimes. It's kind of nice to have these moments that, you know, because the potential of a moment being way better than you ever could have imagined is like the power of the universe. The universe is able to surprise us in ways that we could have never even imagined that it would work out to be that amazing. So I think that potential is there. And also with this card, we've got a 6 and a 5 over here. And 6 and 5, if we add them together, that comes to 11. And 11 is a number of being really, really connected to spirits, to the universe, to your angels, and just trusting that everything is working out in your favor. You can just glide along on this path, making tiny little changes and steps how you feel are the right ones to go, but just swim with the tide of the ocean. Go with the flow as much as you can, and everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work out. And yeah, just a lot of connection to the ocean with the King of Cups here, all these fish, the whale with the ocean. We've got so much blue in a lot of these cards that have come out today. Blue reminds me always of the throat chakra, of speaking your truth, maybe even, yeah, like sharing your story with others, sharing what you've learned with others, sharing your vulnerability and your emotions with others, through speaking, through using your voice, could be really helpful to you on this path as well. And any time that you can spend by the ocean, connected to the sea, even going to an aquarium if that's all that is close to you, or spending time by some bodies of water, that could also be really helpful in tuning into what your intuition is trying to tell you. I think then we will get with one more of, let's get one of these cards. Okay, what advice is there for my Pile 2 viewers? What advice for my Pile 2 viewers? Oh, okay, one just came out straight away. Oh, I love this for you. You've got the starfish, and the starfish comes with the guidance of sensitivity. So we had the King of Cups here coming out. So you are a very sensitive soul. You might feel like you take on a lot of emotions and feelings, and maybe you're an empath. You're able to sense and feel other people's emotions, because you are you're a person with a very deepness inside you, that you have the capacity to take on these emotions. But it is really important to definitely, and that could also be a little change that you could make, or that your intuition is trying to tell you to make, is that if you do spend a lot of time listening to others and taking on their emotions, because you are a very sensitive being, is to also spend some time cleansing from those, cleansing those emotions, so that you can get in touch with your own feelings again and your own intuition again. So one piece of advice I have for doing that is to go and swim, go and spend time in water, go take a shower or a bath. That can be a really good way to cleanse energy from you and just really get in touch with your own energy again. Okay, so that's beautiful. And yeah, we have purple here, which is all about the third eye, and really the third eye is about getting in touch with your intuition and really trying to listen to your intuition as well. And the starfish also makes me think of, the starfish is an animal that generally tends to cling on to a rock, and they kind of stay there and they don't really move for a while. And I think that a change that you could make is to kind of learn to, or try to let go where you can. Let go of anything that you can, because holding on to too many things, or clinging too tightly to too many things and emotions and all sorts of things in life, can weigh you down. So really try to be more like the whale and go with the flow. Like, let go swimming, move away from clinging like the starfish. Okay. That's just a little piece of advice there that I'm getting here. Okay, then these are some handmade cards that I want to see what will come out for you. What advice? Okay, so we've got, ooh, Okay, so we have Pisces that came out. So you might be a Pisces yourself, or someone you know close to you is a Pisces. The season of Pisces might be relevant as well. I think that is around about March time is usually Pisces. So March might be an important month. Pisces, yeah, so we'll put that there. Pisces is also the fish, obviously the symbol of Pisces. So really a lot of connection to ocean and water, and yeah. And this card says believe. So I think this is it kind of falls in line with trust the great mystery. Believe that anything you want to happen in your life is possible. Believe that you are doing the best that you can with the knowledge that you're receiving every day, with the lessons that you're learning. Believe that your path is unfolding how it should. You don't need to worry. You can let go of any heavy emotions. Believe that your story is worth sharing with the world. Believe in yourself. You are a beautiful, compassionate being with so much to share with the world, and I just really, really want that message to get to you. I think that's really important here, is to believe in yourself, because you are a really amazing person. And we also have the Lovers coming out here, so this might be some really awesome something that might be on your horizon here, is that there may be a really amazing love connection that is coming for you. As soon as you can believe in yourself, then you make room to allow that love from another to enter into your world. So that's something that might be really exciting for you. And the Lovers, yeah, it also speaks about the Lovers, also just makes me think once again of emotion, of sharing emotional connections with others. And we had that with the King of Cups coming out, is that you have that ability to really be able to share your emotions with others, and it can be really helpful to you and to others to speak about those emotions that you have. So yeah, this is really, really beautiful that came out for you as well. And then to end your reading, let's get a little bit of advice from this deck. Okay. Advice for my pal 2 viewers. Advice for my pal 2 viewer. 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 Oh, okay, there we have. Wow. Who are you, pal 2? Oh my goodness. It says here, you are an angel. You're an angel. Believe in yourself. You're amazing. You have so much to offer this world. So many beautiful things to share with others, to share your light with others. You're an angel. You're a sweet, compassionate soul. I love that for you, pal 2. It says here on the back, we have some more information. Clusters of angels, all alone, your path, wherever you go, there are clusters of angels on a mission. These angels surround your soul wherever you go, whatever happens. So this is beautiful to tell you that you're always supported on this path. Trust, with this card coming out, it's just so beautiful. It's just, you have angels that are guiding you no matter where you are on this journey. Just trust that the universe is really supporting you, and any changes that you need to make in your life, anything that your intuition is trying to tell you, no matter what path you take, no matter what steps you take, it's going to all work out all right. Everything, you're on the right path no matter which way you go, basically, because you're always being guided, and there's always lessons to be learned, and just trust. Everything is going to work out all right. You have so much potential to ignite in this world, and I'm really excited for you, pal, too. I think this was a beautiful reading, and what an amazing card to end on. So your intuition is giving you all of these messages, and I hope that you will start listening to it, and that you'll be able to really get in tune with what your intuition is telling you. I wish you all the best on your journey, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Today we are asking, what is your intuition trying to tell you? What messages are trying to come through to you, but maybe it's been a little bit hard to listen to your intuition lately, and hopefully this reading will give some guidance to what exactly your intuition has for you that is important at this time to listen to or to try and connect to. So you chose this beautiful crystal. It's very green, lots of different kinds of greens in it. Very beautiful. So we'll put that over there. I have pre-shuffled one card which we'll start the reading with, and then the rest of the cards I will shuffle on camera. Take what resonates in this reading and disregard anything that doesn't, and yeah, let's get into what is your intuition trying to tell you. Okay, this is amazing. So just to start off for you, I think you've been feeling this. You probably have been feeling like something big is on the horizon, and we have the card of your intuition is trying to tell you that a new start is coming. A new start is coming, a new moon. It might be, so we have a full moon coming up really soon when I'm making this reading, in the next couple of days. So with the new moon coming out, this new start might be coming really soon for you, and you might have been sensing, just probably getting some really big downloads and sort of these little feelings within you that there is something big on the horizon, and your intuition is confirming. It's trying to let you know that there is a new start coming. This could be a new start in many different avenues, but I think that with all the beautiful bright colors on this card, it's telling me that whatever this new start is for you, it is going to be really bright. It's going to be really promising and a really hopeful new start for you, a fresh beginning. There's so much purple on this card, which is the color of your third eye chakra, and that is connecting you with your intuition. So you probably are a very intuitive person, and that's why you've been getting these feelings. So it's now time to really start connecting and listening to your intuition, quieting your mind as much as you can, and really listening to what your intuition is trying to tell you, because there's probably a lot of feelings that you're having. Alright, so let's get one of these cards to start off. See what else comes out for you, what else you can find out that will hopefully help guide you. What else does my Pile 3 need to know? What is their intuition trying to tell them? What is this new start? What does my Pile 3 need to know? Okay. Wow, Pile 3. Oh my goodness. Ganesh, Lord Ganesh has come out for you. And that is the card of infinite abundance. That's so beautiful. It says here that obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. So this is a really positive card to come out for you, because basically this new start that is on the horizon for you is a very abundant start. And abundance can be in so many different ways. It can be in a financial way, which I'm sure everyone hopes for, but it can also be, abundance can be your like feeling positive in your life. It can be happiness. You can have an abundance of love, an abundance of people and community around you that are helpful and guiding in your life as well. There's so many different forms of abundance, and I think that this new start that's on the horizon for you is going to be super full of amazing blessings, abundance and blessings. And this says that you are really supported by your spiritual team. So there's a lot of guidance that is coming to you through your intuition, from your spirit guides, from your angels. They're trying to tell you that it's important as you enter into this new start to really get into a frame of mind that promotes abundance. So for example, saying things like I am abundance, or affirmations, to kind of reframe your mind, because what you think comes to you. So if you frame your mind in a way that it is thankful and grateful for all the blessings you already have in your life, then more will come into your life, more abundance will flow easily into your life. So this is a beautiful new start for you, a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at life. And you can also thank Lord Ganesh for these beautiful blessings that are on their way to you. And we even have a match in color there. Green is it's the color that it can be associated with the hearts, but it could also be associated with abundance and wealth and growth and prosperity and richness. It's a beautiful, rich color. So we have that confirming on this card here for you as well. Let's see what else we can get through these tarot cards, what other information. What advice is there for my pile 3 viewers? What is their intuition trying to tell them? What is this new start? What is this new start? What advice is there for pile 3? Advice for pile 3. Let's see one more time. Okay, wow, that just popped out. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Pile 3. This is really exciting. Wow. We have here, what came out for you is the Page of Water, which is the Page of Cups. And the words on this card, it says intuitive. So you are a really intuitive being. It says also sensitive. So I'm sure you have been feeling a lot of different things and emotions lately. So definitely know that your intuition is guiding you so often in your life. Just really try to tune into that, because you are such an intuitive being. It also says the word artistic, so this might be my creative group. There might be a new start in creativity coming to you, or something in the artistic field, something in theatre, something in acting, something in creating art, anything that is creative. That could be really important to you. And we also have the word friendly. So that's making me think that on this journey, you're going to be surrounded by a lot of really supportive people, supportive friends, and you yourself are a really friendly person. And a lot of people admire that quality in you. You are someone who really cares about your friends. You care about spending a lot of time with them. You care about doing fun things with them. And I think that's really an admirable thing, something that others really appreciate about you. We also, in this card, we have a lot of sun, a lot of fire and passion, so you must have a really really be connected with your sacral chakra, which is where all of this artistic creativity kind of comes from. We also have in the background, I'm drawn to, there's a couple of mountains here as well, which makes me think that it takes me straight away to this idea of reaching new heights. And with this new start coming, you are gonna, there's so many mountains where the view, if so, like these metaphorical mountains, that once you climb these mountains, once you embark on this new adventure, this new start, once you have this abundant, or tune into this abundant mindset, there are so many awesome heights that you're going to reach, so many accomplishments that you're going to be able to create in your life through this new start. So this is so exciting for you. We also have a lot of sea creatures on here. Orcas are very clever creatures, so you must be someone who is also very clever, able to come up with a plan. An orca is an animal that as a group they kind of like direct each other, and they come up with a plan in order to get their food and to create opportunities for themselves in the ocean. So I think you're also someone who you're a planner, and you're able to make plans and kind of take those steps forward. So that's really, and then the thing that I was very excited to read here was that it also says here on this card, a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, and it also says heightened psychic abilities. So you could also be my spiritual group, getting in touch with, using your intuition to help others in some way, through a spiritual pursuit, and with a new person coming to your life, a relationship beginning a new phase. That could also be this big start that you've been feeling. This big start can be with somebody else. It can be a relationship, a love interest. And the green malachite is all about connecting to the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is the stone, that you chose. And so there could definitely be a really awesome love situation coming in for you. So that's really exciting. Then I want to get now, okay, let's get one of these cards, see what else we can get. What else does my pile 3 need to know? What else is the intuition trying to tell them? Pile 3, the intuition. What else does pile 3 need to know? Okay, we actually got, we got about 4 cards here. That's a lot more than the other groups got, but we'll take them all because they all came out together. Okie dokie. So we have at the bottom, so it kind of came out like this form. So it came out in this way. So the one that's at the bottom, which for me is always like a little bit of a past energy, is the wasp spirit, which says sometimes life stings. So I think that with this card coming out in your past, or maybe in your present, there's been some situations that have been a little bit harder for you to deal with, and kind of have been quite frustrating, and have maybe made you feel a certain way. I'm seeing a lot of bird feathers over here, so birds could be really important to you. You might have been seeing a lot of birds recently around you, and this is also messages from your spirit guides telling you that this energy it's a thing of the past, because after that we did have parrot spirit coming out with watch your words, and that with this card coming out, it tells me that maybe in your past you've been in a little bit of a negative mindset, maybe thinking about things more from a negative standpoint. And if you change the way that you speak to yourself, change the way that you speak about situations, give them a more positive twist. Try to approach and every situation in your life with a little bit more hope in it. That will really help bring you back into this abundant mindset and this abundance that is coming to you. So I think that this is just coming out to remind you that, like, be mindful of how you speak about your life. Rather speak about it in a way that, like, you know, for example, saying that even though these tough things happened in my life, I am still really grateful that those things happened, because I learned so much along the way. I'm a stronger person because of those things that happened to me, because of those life-stinging moments that happened. I am a much stronger person. So that's kind of a way that you can sort of rephrase how you think about and talk about your experiences, and that will help you get more into that positive mindset. Because then we also have, just straight after that came out the card Groundhog Spirit, which says time to let go. So let go of that old way of thinking, let go of those past experiences. You have such an awesome new start, a fresh start on your table here, right on your doorstep. So let go of anything that you can, and it's so cute, this little groundhog, look at it, it's got a heart in its hand. So that kind of is telling me, take care of your heart, take care of your emotions, take actions and speak words from a place of love, because that will really help you get into this abundant frame of mind. And then we also have, lastly, coming out the cat spirits. So you might even have a cat, or cats might be kind of showing up on your doorstep, who knows. There seems to be quite a universal distribution of cats around the world. They tend to just show up. It happened to me. I had a cat show up in my life, and it really changed. It was a huge change and support. So cats might be really important to you. But this card does say here, claim your independence. So know that you have the power to be brave. You don't have to rely on anyone else besides yourself. You have, your intuition is screaming at you to say, like, you have all the power within you to be that really strong, confident person who's able to embark on that new phase, that new start of your life, whether it be by yourself or in a new relationship. If it is in a sense of a relationship coming in, remember that you are still an independent person at the end of the day. It's always important to keep your cup full, and then once your own cup is full, you can then, give that love to somebody else. So always keep your independence as your main, self-love and self-care. It's so important to always prioritize that on the journey. So your intuition is also trying to just tell you that important message. Then let's see what comes out here, what else you can get. Okay, what advice is there for my pile 3? Advice for pile 3. 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 Okay. Oh my goodness. I love this for you. Wow. I've actually never had this card come out, and seeing it now, it says radiance. You are this amazing radiant being. Rejoice in your life. So there's so many beautiful things to be grateful for in your life, so much abundance in this universe that you can tune into. This card is so colorful. That brings me back to my artistic little bunch here, doing your amazing creative things in the world. Oh my goodness, there's so many flowers on this card. Just wreaths and wreaths of flowers. That also makes me think of summer, so the upcoming summer time could be really important for you. You might even be going to some kind of festival. I see a lot of little fairies that are dancing here, and everybody's holding these ribbons. So you're going to find, like, and we did have that card about friends, that your friends really admire the person that you are. You're a super friendly, outgoing person. So you have a great team of people around you. Always remember that. And you also have angels and spirit guides and ancestors that are with you on this journey. They are there supporting you. And we have the deer in this card. The deer is a really beautiful, graceful animal, and they just kind of quietly go about their way, but they do it in such a sense that when you see a deer and when you look them right in the eye, it's such a beautiful experience. I've had that moments where I've seen a deer in the forest and we just looked at each other for a couple of minutes, and it was just so peaceful. I felt so calm in that moment. So I think there's a lot of calm here. You can see how she's holding her hands to her heart. And we had a lot of messages coming out here about the heart chakra. So definitely taking care of yourself on this journey, giving yourself the love that you deserve, because even if there is an awesome relationship coming in for you, you also need to believe in yourself, believe that you're worthy of love and light and all the abundance that is out there in the world for you. This card also says rejoice, make love, celebrate. So this is beautiful. I'm so excied for you, Valtteri. Okay, then what is next? What do we want to get next? Okay, these are some of my own little handmade cards. So let's see what comes out of them. What other messages? Okay, so we have the word June. So this month, this new moon, this new start, it's right on the horizon. We're just entering June right now. So that's really confirmation for you, Pal 3, that this new start is right on the horizon. Something amazing is going to be happening. We also have the word the moon. So it could be right now with the full moon coming out. There could also be a lot of intuitive messages that will come to you at the time of the full moon, which is in a couple of days. And the moon is also about not having all the answers, but still trusting that everything is working out how it should. So even if you feel like you don't really know what this new start is yet, or when this person's coming in, or when is this new start coming, trust that everything is going to work out how it should. The moon is reminding you of that. We have also the card of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the star card, if I am getting that right, in tarot. So that kind of tells me there's a lot of hopes and dreams coming true. That is what the star card is all about. And you might be an Aquarius, or you might know someone who's an Aquarius. Maybe this person coming in for you is an Aquarius. So Aquarius might be relevant in some way. And Aquarius is all about water. So there's just that kind of link to the heart and to emotion and to love. We also have the Hierophant coming out. So the Hierophant is about commitment. So that could be with this new person coming in, or this relationship. It said here on this card, relationship begins a new phase. So that could be marriage on the cards for you, engagement. This could also be significant about getting more in touch with your spiritual side. There's a lot of different meanings to the Hierophant, but there's also a lot of wisdom in the Hierophant. The Hierophant is someone who just has a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge about life and the way forward. And that's kind of like this card tells me that you are a very intuitive person. So that wisdom, that knowledge is kind of all within you. It's just about quieting the mind to get in touch with it. And then this card actually came out in pile 1, I think, as well. But this is exciting because there's a whole new adventure on the horizon for you. And for me, the word adventure just sparks so much joy, because it's like, when I think of adventure, I think of going on some awesome travel trip. I think of a new experience that I'm going to learn something from. So there's so many cool, you could be going on some adventures with your friends, because these festivals, maybe that came up as well. So there's a big adventure on the horizon for you. So that's really, really exciting. Okay, and then we're going to end off with one of these cards. I've really enjoyed getting these cards today. They've had some really cool messages, and they're just really beautiful cards. Okay, what else does my pile 3 need to know? Pile 3. What else is there for pile 3? Advice for pile 3. Advice for pile 3. Advice for pile 3. Okay, alright. Okay, cool. So we have... That's awesome. Maybe you are the tea drinkers. Maybe you really like a good cup of tea, because this card says measure time by mugs of tea. So everything is going to happen at the right time for you. You don't have to rush. Don't panic and start like making all these changes and stuff. But go with the flow. Don't rush things. Just take it as it comes. And then the back of this card says, our lives are filled with gorgeous moments. The smell of clothes dried in the sun is one of those. Relax and let moments like these seep into your soul. And then it also says magic blanket, lucky pajamas, perfect pillow, cozy socks. So those might be some things that you already have that, every time you wear your lucky pajamas, something good happens. So pile 3, that is your reading today. Thank you so much. I hope that you found this reading helpful and that you listen to your intuition, because everything is going to be awesome. There's a beautiful new start coming for you, and you've been feeling that. So trust your intuition, and I'll see you again soon.